Hello, welcome to lesson to video uh, Agentic era needs junior. Here is a why. Analytic manager look at this explorer on his mobile before running his e-scooter and here prompt this. Show me the sum of total sales by quarter for orders made in 2025, including both table and bar chart. Okay, here it is. And here is SQL. We need here only in developing, but he see chart and the table is down. Who gives it on the screen? Who gives that data? Who format that data? Artificial intelligence. Okay, we can say that. But now we will see what is it? What is it? User interface send request to server. Here it is. Here it is. Articles AI on the server. Request coming on the server, and the server have prompt. It is text. Server don't know how that text convert in SQL. Server need SQL, and only SQL can send to database. And what does Articles AI server? Uh, call function generate SQL from Vortex and send that prompt to that helper function, what is defined on the vertex.js. Here it is, vertex.js. Here is defined that function. Server call that, it means run that function, but definition of function is here, and that helper function with prompt, what does? Need helper function database schema. Here it is. All this is a helper function where that helper function get complete diagram of database. And now here it is used and here is called this that function and run that function. It means generate SQL was called by server, and that function call now get database because need database schema. And here it is. It is user prompt, but it is not enough to send large language model. You see where we go. Only a large language model, it is artificial intelligence. And only that large language model can translate, convert prompt text to SQL. But it is not enough only user prompt. We need, we need create new prompt. One of part that new prompt is user prompt. But look at other two part. One is a schema. It is cannot convert text to SQL if you don't know database schema. Here is a database schema. Artificial need database schema, and also cannot invent something around SQL because of that detail here instruction, convert the following user request into valid SQL query. The SQL dialect is MySQL. Use MySQL function only e.g. date format instead of string function type. And only return the SQL query. No explanation, no markdown formatting. And request. Three-part. New prompt have a three-part: instructions, schema, instruction, and request. It the original prompt from user. And it is a new prompt. And that new prompt would be sent to LLM, large language model, function generate content. And this prompt go with this, like parameter to this function. Result of this as clear SQL, like this instruction said. SQL, here is SQL. And function would be called from server, return result to server. And now server have SQL and can send it to database and receive a response, and that response, it is full of data. Response return to user interface. And user interface design that. Okay, let's get see to server. Okay, look at that result. Here is send to database, and response was, if all is okay, response was clear SQL, what we see up on the result, and result is formatted in chart, formatted in table, in list, it depends, but return, who would design it? Not here. Design is user interface, who designed that data, who created chart, who created table format of that data. We can see that back here it is. We can see user interface. User interface is here, and here is a complete how it would be designed. This example is on the my address of this complete application. You can clone addresses in description. But return here, focus on here. Design, what we see here, design give user interface. And now, when we ask yourself, who give all this, what we see on the screen? We prompt. The prompt for analytic can be right somewhere if he's not a prompt engineer, and he can ask from developer a list of the prompt what interest for him. Not about that organization. Here is I talk about who here is artificial intelligence. What is here artificial intelligence? What return this content what we see on the screen. Artificial intelligence is LLM. It is only smart only a smart tool in all stories today. But we see that it is not enough. Uh, LLM, smart part of story, is invalid here. Cannot nothing without what? Without agent or agents plural or agent orchestration. Here we have a agent orchestration. We can see here a lot of agents would cooperate, or we can see only one agent. Okay, let's get see what we see here. Uh, we see we see that when prompt text go to at first go to server, and it is something what in this situation LLM not receive it directly. Prompt don't go to LLM. If it go directly to the LLM, this video not exist, and the title of this video not exist. But we see that prompt, the text go to server. But server need SQL, and the server ask helper function on vertex.js that give from that prompt give SQL, but helper function is not smart. It is only helper function, only who can give SQL from prompt is AI smart part, it is LLM. And because of that helper function, create a new prompt, which is content schema, database schema, call function, what helper function, what know all about schema and know database schema. Instruction, how to give SQL without mark, etc. And real original prompt of user. 3 parts. Schema, it means that helper function cannot call directly, but must prepare schema, instructions, and original prompt, and after that, it together like new prompt, ask, generate content from LLM. And now with that new prompt, LLM convert prompt in SQL. Only LLM know it, convert in SQL, and the return of helper function is result SQL. Return SQL. And it means that that return go to function which call this function. It is server. Server call helper function. Helper function return server what? SQL. SQL send it to database. Database execute SQL and result send back to server. Server responds that results, it is full of data, a response to user interface. And the user interface design it for us and show it on the screen. Look at how many what software, how many agent included here, or it is only one. And in agent, when we talk about agent, it is all around, it is all context around smart LLM. And in this situation, we can spoke about orchestration of agent. If we look at on that like UI, it is user, it is man agent who it is analytic manager. Analytic manager what prompt, it is, we can look at it as a man agent that prompt to go to server, it is server agent. Server agent ask help from helper function. It is helper function agent, but that helper function need help of function what give which know schema of database. Cannot create SQL without knowledge about complete schema SQL. And also need instructions what writed developer, all that created developers. And that new prompt helper function ask a solution and send that new prompt to model LLM. And model LLM convert that prompt to SQL and return that to server. A server send it to database. It is again, we can see like separate agent. And the database, know SQL, execute SQL, and the result return to server. It is also some agent that the database we can see like some agent. And that response go to user interface format it and show on the screen. It is a lot of again. It means who will work this. I am only teachers about programming, and I was so 30 years ago, and now and if I, for example, senior in company, I have a lot of job about existing model, as existing system, because existing system pay us all in the firm, and I have not time or some manager call me, hey, senior developer, come in here and say a artificial intelligence that give answer to this prompt. You can eat for some minutes. No, it is impossible. You look at how a big job it is. It is a new era, agentic era. Agentic help to be smart. Without agentic, we have no artificial intelligence. But agentic work junior, complete new force, young new force, clear from any culture and building new culture. Agentic culture, it is orchestration of agentic, or we can see it is one agent here in this situation. But we see there is no solid, strict limits of agent customized. That agent, if we look at this one agent, it is all context around LLM. It is a server, it is a user interface, server, helper function. All that go in file vortex.js, in file user interface, in file server. It is, you see, it is all around, and it is it must have to somebody orchestrate, and it is only one small example. But if we have a lot of agents, if we have this is a situation with did customize orchestration around LLM, but what if we have a lot of LLM type of LLM, and solution of this go to next agent orchestration with LLM, etc., etc. It is when we see that today we solve agentics with agent problems, not by algorithms. Algorithms uh, algorithms, we always need algorithms, but algorithms here can be only one agent. And senior uh, uh, senior people workers in firms is excellent in algorithms and excellent in produce money today, and because all system cannot disappear overnight. And senior in company, there is a lot of job with existing system, and can be on hand a new junior if something need. But agentic AI is in hand of junior, and junior today the most pressure on working force is junior. Junior is today have a wide open door in every firm what thinking about future, wide open door to junior. And for the end, I have one story. In autobiography, Wozniak, Wozniak friend, first company of Jobs, create first Apple. And when factory created, when they have a funding and start a factory, very soon Jobs turn to Macintosh. And in that Macintosh, around that Macintosh new computer, engage all young people, junior, we will see, new culture. But Wozniak working on an old system, Apple system. And Wozniak said in 1992, after some years, what I work on the Apple with, no money go to our sector, and I get out. We will not be more interested. All money, all new investment go to Macintosh and new younger people. And Wozniak get out from company. It is today's situation. All money, all investment go not to LLM, but agentic. LLM, there is a people who developed that LLM, and Windows context is more and more. Other company. But in a real every firm, what engage, what accept that culture is agentic culture, agentic culture. This it is not for a moment. It is not hip. It is not some what would pass. It is complete new paradigm, complete new culture, and we practically have a situation change generation, change paradigm, and change generation also. Okay, thank you for watching this video.